I'm Phil Bolton with the Global Atlanta News Service, and today I'm with Mevlut Taşcan, who is the Executive Director of the Turkish-American Chamber of Commerce of the Southeast. It's important to underscore that it's of the Southeast. Welcome, Mevlut.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Tell me, what states are in your area?
Turkish-American Chamber of Commerce serves 5 states in the southeast of United States. These states are Georgia, which we are actually our headquarters located in, South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. So these 5 states we are serving on.
And you travel in all of them?
I traveled in all of them. Actually, I spent 9 years of my time in South Carolina. And I also had some time in Alabama. So I'm a kind of southern guy, so I'm very happy to serve in all of Southeast.
Well, you know the Southeast well. Tell us, what's your feeling about the state of U.S.-Turkish relations today?
U.S. and Turkey is an allies, I mean, for a long, long time. And there are some downs and there are some ups, but all the time it's not gonna change that we are gonna be allies forever. But especially this time of the year is actually much more important than before now because of the problems on the Middle East. Turkey become very, very important, and the relationship between Turkey and USA is very important now.
What's interesting from the Turkish perspective is that, particularly in business, there's been more business between Turkey and Europe, or Turkey and the Mideast, than Turkey and the U.S., despite the strong military and political relationship. How do you feel about that?
Actually, you are totally right. That's why we are here, actually. That's why we were established in 2007. That America, United States and Turkey has a very, very strong relationship in the army base, in NATO, in any other parts, but in trade, it's really lacking very much. So what we would like to do is to increase the trade between Turkey and United States as much as we can. And then now, it's in a year, it's like around $13 billion, which is actually like a joke. So we need to increase this, and that's why we were established at the beginning.
To explore why it was comparatively small in terms of the trade, the United States always had a big market of its own. It didn't have to export very much. The multinationals did, of course, but for the average business, there wasn't that much of an incentive. And Turkey also didn't have this great growth spurt that you're experiencing now. Turkey's economy is doing marvelously, wouldn't you say?
Yes, actually, especially the last 10 years, Turkey is a much more stable country, and in terms of the economy, it's basically blooming up. I can tell you that much, and it is the trade between 2002 to 2010. The export of Turkey increased from $36 billion to $110 billion in a year. So that's a huge difference. And actually, Turkey has been doing the business with already with Europe and already with Middle East. And 60% of Turkish export is going to Europe right now. But for USA, it was lacking because USA was, basically Turkish-American Turkish businesses are basically hesitant to come here because it's a long drive, I mean, in terms of the way, and it's also, they are kind of, hesitant to come because they think that, United States is too big. That's why I think Turkish government is basically divide the United States up and then choose 6 states. And then one of these states is Georgia, and the other is Florida to trade with.
That's right. They've focused on 6 different states in the United States. 2 of those states are in your region. You spent the last couple of years getting to know Georgia very well, going from city to city and meeting with city officials. Have you been into Florida? Have you been developing relations there?
Actually, From the establishment of Turkish-American Chamber of Commerce of the Southeast in 2007, we have been focusing more on Georgia for a while, and especially for the last 3 to 4 years, the Georgia export to Turkey increased more than 350%. And it's in just 2010 year alone, it increased 65%. So that's a big increase, and I think we did our job, and we are going to do more and more in Georgia. But also we need to focus on the other areas, which is, you know, Florida is a big one, and the other four states after Georgia. And I actually focused on that much more than before. We were in Florida, in Orlando. We met with the chambers. We were in Huntsville. We were in Mobile. We were in Tennessee, and we were in Chattanooga recently. We went to Chattanooga.
Why is it that you chose to go to Chattanooga?
Chattanooga was not in our plans actually, but we heard that a big company from Turkey, that's a Kortsa Global, which is a big company, which I think has more than 10 plants in the world. And they basically bought part of the DuPont plant in Chattanooga, and they started producing some yarns for tires. So after we saw that, we thought, you know, there should be something in Chattanooga, and we need to go and then find out what it is. And I am happy that we went there.
What was the result of the trip?
We met with the company, we met with the chambers, we met with the mayor of Chattanooga. We did very, very good connections, and especially I like what the Chattanooga Chamber of Commerce is doing over there. And then they have been there for a while, and then they are attracting big companies to that region. One of them is Kortsa, of course, and there are 2 more. Volkswagen is another one, and I think there is another one. Amazon.com is coming, I think. But these things made me realize how important the Chattanooga is. And the Chamber of Commerce was very willing to open up to us, and we did a very good meeting. And then we decided to have some meetings in Chattanooga. One of them is going to be for us, for Turkish-American Chamber of Commerce of the Southeast, to explain about the Turkish business and how the Turkish business is, you know, blooming. And then actually, as Southeast of United States, we need to take the advantage of this. And I really believe in that. When you look at all over the United States, Southeast of United States is very much closer to the culture of Turkey. I mean, Southern hospitality is something, right? You need to see the Turkish hospitality. So I mean, that's I think some part, you know, the relationships are much more important for the trade to do, because trust is the most important thing for the business. And then if people are already close in terms of the culture, if they can get together and they can be friends to each other, they are going to do trade much better than before.
After these trips to Chattanooga, Huntsville, Orlando, or wherever, do you communicate back to Turkey? Do you know of companies in Turkey that you say, oh, we've been to this marketplace, we think that there might be an opportunity? Is that a lot of the work that you do?
Actually, yes. What we do is we have a very, very good relationship with all the entities in Turkey. This can be governmental chambers of commerce. This can be private chambers of commerce. This can be specific federations. And this can be the government. I mean, everybody in Turkey knows us in Southeast of United States. So they would like to get a connection with us. And then after those trips to other parts of the Southeast, I think we are informing them, and then we are telling them that, you know, you can do that kind of sectors could be better for Orlando. For example, entertainment is a big thing in Orlando, and or Huntsville, it's much more like an army. Services there, and then companies there. So that could be an importance to get a relationship of that part. So I mean, it's every part that we have been in the Southeast of United States. They offer different things and from different sectors, which is very good for us because Turkey is not focused on only one sector, because the export and import of Turkey is in every sectors.